Good evening and welcome to the webinar. So I would like to start the session. I think the people who have joined, very thankful to all of you, because even in the, before the festive time started already, and you have taken your from the busy schedule, you have taken your time and joined the session. So I don't let me come to the point. Today's session is all about the preschool location. So I've seen that because of the experience Kreedo has. So we're setting up more than 3,500 schools. We have understood over a period of time that at the initial stage, people have a lot of confusions regarding the location. First of all, that what kind of location should I, as well as the people even think that when should I occupy the location, right? When should I finalize? What should be the appropriate time? So there are a lot of questions goes around what kind of area I should look for. Will my preschool run better in this kind of area? So with all this kind of understanding and giving solutions to the people, today I would like to give all the lights on those areas, and hopefully it will help you all to decide that, okay, when exactly, and it should be, this consultancy will help you at the right time to decide on the location and the right location. So when we talk about the preschool location, normally we have seen that, okay, any kind of area in whole India is actually feasible for preschool opening. Certain question comes whether I should choose a rural or the urban, metro, non-metro, what kind of area I should look for, this kind of question arises. So one by one, I would like to give some light on those. So when we talk about how do I decide what location is appropriate for me? As I've told, yes, all the location, because we have schools all across. Even the rural belt, we have seen extremely successful preschool, as well as in the mid of a lot of preschool in the urban area, people run a very successful preschool. So length and breadth across India, we have schools which are running successfully. Now, when we talk about these are the kind of question comes into our mind. How much square feet should I look for? Now here, when I tell, normally we tell that, okay, anywhere, even 1,000 plus square feet, people can start a preschool. Appropriate anything in between 1,000 to 2,000. Now, again, it depends on the kind of people who stay in. If we are targeting the upper middle class or the like little premium area, then definitely the square feet, the kind of thought process or the kind of looks, those kind of the cream class or those kind of people look for is a bit bigger. You should be having some open area and all. It should be looking like quite appealing. But one answer to give to this, anything in between 1,000 to 2,000 square feet is very good to start a preschool. Now, when we talk about that area, it should be residential or commercial. Now, definitely residential area works better. But it is not the same that commercial areas does not have preschools in our period. Residential areas, because it is surrounded by 3 to 4 kilometer or 5 kilometer radius, because in the rural area, even we can target 5 to 6, 7 kilometers also. In the urban or in the metro, maybe a 2 kilometer to 3 kilometer at the initial time we should target. And there, within 2 to 3 kilometers, definitely you have to see that, okay, whether the people, the kind of crowd are there or not. So residential areas will be always having a lot of need for the preschools, and you are always into a win-win situation. Commercial area, we have seen people running the preschools. Definitely the percentage is low, but people are running quite a good preschool into the commercial areas. Now, what you need to look for, because commercial areas means you'll be finding a lot of crowds, a lot of vehicle sounds and all. If you make sure that you are giving the proper safety to the children, although you are into the commercial area, because there are a lot of places in India where we don't find that residential areas in and around, but still we have a strong interest. I would be opening, and you find 800 to 1,000 square feet of 2 shops, and you start a preschool. Absolutely, you can do. But only you need to take care about that the safety, security of the children is been taken care properly. From where they would be entering, there the proper host should be there to take care. You should make sure that, okay, you keep a barricade or the separate entrance of the means parents and the children when they are coming to your preschool. So if you take care about their safety and security, even in commercial places, we have seen people running wonderful preschool. Right? So these are some of the criteria you need to, and definitely residential areas, there is no question about it, because 3 to 4 kilometer radius, if you find a good residential areas and you open a school there, absolutely fine. You can take a house of 1,500, 1,000 or 2,000 square feet, and you can open the preschool into that area. Now it comes that, okay, should I open into the first floor or should I open into the ground floor? Ground floor, preferably, but we have our 5 to 6% of the preschools who have started the school, their first venture from the first floor, even into the second or third. And in some societies are there who allows preschool. There people have even opened into the 13th, 14th or 20th floor, taking a 3 BHK or 4 BHK flat, 3.5 BHK. So those kind of places also people are opening and they are becoming successful. This is a new trend that a lot of societies into the metro areas or the non-metro, those kind of big societies allow preschool into their premises. And there you open a preschool, you have a ready-made crowd or ready-made students who are from that society is going to come. Only you have to ensure how many of our preschools are running. You just have to ensure that, okay, you are running the best preschool. And there Kreedo helps a lot. We have ample example into so many parts of India, even in North Delhi, Gurgaon, all those sites, or into the South, Bangalore and all, Hyderabad, all places we have seen people running in under any society, and there into different floors also people are running preschool. So you have to consider the situation. In a residential area, preferably ground or a combination of ground and first, and people have opened even into the first where you have a separate entrance to the first floor, and you take care and a play area and whatever is required for the preschool, you do the layout in such a way, means Kreedo will be helping you to do the layout in such a way that it gives a lot of appeal to the parents that yes, it is appealing and this is a good place for my child. Once you make sure it is child friendly and good, a kind of wow factor, no problem. Even in first floor also, if somebody is thinking or deciding, can go ahead, and just only you have to look for the separate entrance and the safety part again. So if you take care, otherwise, yes, maximum people you would be finding that, okay, ground floor or a bungalow taken a house and all, independent house, people are starting a school. But we have lots of, I cannot say it is an exception, because There are so many places where people have opened into this kind of second, third, or like in a society into the 14th floor, 20th floor. We have ample example of that. So you have seen people running successfully. So from the practical example I'm giving you, so you can understand, yes, it runs into those kind of exceptional area also. Now, when we tell, means how it works better, whether it is in a rented or in our own premises. I would like to give you a percentage that 65 to 70% of our customer have opened preschool into the rented premises. Yes, the people who are lucky enough to have their own premises to start, great. Maybe nothing much changes because here you pay the rent, and there, when you have your own premises, the rent works as an opportunity cost for you. So either way, preschool runs profitably even into own premises or rented premises. A lot of people we have seen that who have a land to construct, building and all. A lot of people have started their school in a rented premises, taken a small building into the same area, started in a rented premises, and telling that, okay, yes, I'm building up a better environment nearby, but that gives you the scope or the space to run that show for 1 year and learn a lot of things from that premises. And with the same amount what you earn, even you can put that and can develop a better environment. And when you are constructing a building, when you run a school, the experience what you gain in running the preschool helps you to build the new premises also. That gives you the practical experience, hands-on experience that yes, this is the way, these are the factors we should look for when we are constructing the building. So we a lot of times recommend people who are thinking, I would be constructing the building and all. We would recommend them that, okay, if you have, please take a rented premises for 1 year and run the school there. You will have a lot of know-how that what are the things I should rectify when I create my premises. That helps you a lot. Now, after this question, I think you have got some inputs in terms of that, okay, what kind of premises. Now, this is another question comes lot frequent. You know, people comes back to us. I have seen there are already 10 preschools. I have encountered this question so much. I have seen there are a lot of preschools. Should I again open one? Now, here you need to understand, although there are a lot of preschools, but when you will be surprised to know when you go to the area and visit those preschools, you still find there is a dearth of quality preschools. A lot of parents comes back to us, I want to open a preschool. Why? The reason is because I have visited 10 preschools in my area. I even did not like one. I have not liked because the kind of quality those preschools deliver, I want to create the difference. Hence, I want to open the another preschool. So the people who are thinking that there are preschools into those areas, should I open? Strong recommendation. Still, there is a good scope of another preschool because it is India. Anyways, there is a need, as well as you would be finding one thing, if there are no quality preschools and you know the market is already created there. Preschools are there means students are already there. The market is created. And here you just have to show that you are different from all others. Kind of example I'm giving, one area, one customer came to us telling that, okay, I have found after difficulty, I found a premises within 15 days of searching. Yes, that much of work you have to do sometime. After 15 days of searching, I have found a beautiful premises, but there are a lot of preschools into that area. And when we visited, there were near about 50 plus preschools within 2 to 3 kilometer radius. And when we gave the suggestion, yes, you can start the preschool here. Only you have to show that you are different. And Kreedo is there to back you up. Believe me, now this is a journey of that customer for another 6 years. She has completed the journey and she has opened another more branch in another 100-meter distance because she was not able to accommodate students into one branch. So if you provide quality, if you give the right education to the children, school stands for education. And if you give the right education, right environment, right thing to the parents, what they demand, what they need to create a better foundation for the children, you are gonna stand out into that market. You would be able to do another good school into that area, no matter how many of our preschools are there. If you create difference, you have a huge market into that area. Here, the advertisement, the best thing is that here into this kind of area, one advantage is the advertisement cost will be less because the people who are visiting to those areas as a preschool area, they are going to visit to your place also. And if you have something very different to offer where Kreedo is going to empower you, you can easily gain the students. And after 2 years, those kind of people tells that, okay, we don't have to do a single rupees spent on marketing because our word of mouth gets the admission for us. As I have something to show very different from all other preschool. So this is where Kreedo stands out to deliver the quality early education to the parents, and this is a need of the hour. Market is getting mature day by day every time. So now this time you run a quality preschool in any area, you are gonna stand out. And after pandemic, the market has become very huge. And people have understood that learning is a social process, so we cannot keep the children into the home. The children are gonna learn much better into the school. And if you deliver the quality learning, it is a need of the hour and you are gonna gain the students, right? So please be confident when you are thinking, where should I start? These are the areas of concern. And if you consider, you are gonna do excellent job. So, and in between this, I can see that people are putting questions and I'm very glad. So please start posting questions into the chat box or the Q&A. I would try to take all the questions which are coming from you all. So let me go into the next thing, another area, what even we need to consider. You know, when to find or finalize location. Okay, I understood. This kind of premises works well. I understood what kind of area, what kind of floor, what kind of things I should look for when I need to. But when to finalize that premises? So these are the question comes. Do I prepare myself first and then finalize the property? Or should I finalize the premises first and then start preparing myself? So I would just like to give some questions I'm just putting into you, all of your mind. Just think about it. Let's say on a rented premises, the people who are having the means, you know, the good part that they have their own premises. Anytime you can start the preschool, definitely. But the people who are searching, the majority who are searching for rented premises and all, let's say you find out, because finding out a property when you really search is not a difficult task. And after the pandemic, there are a lot of schools where they have operated before and now they are not. You can just go and occupy any property and can start a preschool. Getting property is not a problem. Now start thinking, tomorrow I finalize a property. Will the owner will wait for the rent? That yes, you prepare yourself. Can you start the preschool without your preparation, without You understanding that, okay, how my collaterals will be, what would be my fee structure, am I trained or my teachers are trained, am I all ready with my FD collaterals to counter the market, to discuss with the parents? If you are not ready, can you start the preschool? No, right? But the owner will wait for the rent, so they will start immediately. And this preparation, because you cannot, it is your dream project. It is such a kind of thing that, okay, you are putting your hard-earned money, not only money, your time, effort, everything. Do you want to prepare a preschool half-baked and present into the market? No, right? We want to properly make sure it should be a benchmark. Everybody thinks that. So if it should be a benchmark from the every angle, you should be ready to communicate as well as prepare your things. Now, that will take at least 1 to 1.5 month time, or sometime 2 months. Will the owner wait for the rent? No. That 2 months of rent is basically a waste. Any area, that 2 months of rent, that money at the initial stage, savings is a earning. Better, according to our suggestion, always prepare yourself first. Develop your everything. Get yourself trained. Get yourself your branding done. Get your logo done. Get your all the other collaterals done. Get your teachers trained. Get your these things. All those things, when it is ready, then you start searching the premises. Within 10 days, you get it. Within 10 to 15 days, you should be able to set up your environment and start telling, yes, I'm open for the admission. Welcome the parents. Then you are ready. Might be in the first month itself, if you gain only 4 to 5 students, it recovers your rent also. So a kind of understanding or the kind of consultancy at this position helps you to save your money at the beginning. Money saved is the money earned at the beginning of the things. It helps you to gain your profitability faster. So this thing, I think, will be helping you to understand when should I, why we tell that, okay, please calculate those things. It helps. And when after finalizing, people comes back, yes, this suggestion helped. And that's how Kreedo creates a long-term relation with our customer with a lot of trust from the beginning. So for me, let me go to the any other factors to consider? Yes, the place, safety, as I've told already. Accessibility means don't open into a preschool where it is in such a kind of lane where nobody can even enter, just can walk, nobody can go and come back. There people finds difficulty. So at least it should be accessible. Somebody can come and go easily. That kind of area you should think of opening the preschool. And well ventilated, why we tell? Because here we don't have a control. And children, a lot of positive factor, as well as the children feels much better into a well ventilated premises. It should look more hygienic place. Those kind of things are not in our control. That's why these are some of the factors you should definitely consider when you are finding a premises. Right? Another thing we tell. Now, this thing, why it came now, play area. A lot of people think that, okay, play area means we should be having a big lawn or a kind of outdoor space. No, it may not be. We have opened. Yes, if you have it, well and good. Nothing like it. But if you don't have it, we have created. Our team would be helping you that how much, maybe a 200 square feet of car parking area can be converted into a good play area. Or let's say you are opening into the first floor or second floor or the 13th floor. One, hall or the one portion of the hall, putting a green grass and putting the fencing and all, we can give you that, okay, what kind of things you should put into that area can convert into a well play area. It gives a lot of appeal to the parents. So we have created, and those are extremely successful preschool. Somebody has, out of the 5 branches, the first 3 branches have started into a first floor, quite surprisingly. And the first idea when we have given, that same idea has been replicated, and those 3 premises, extremely successful he was. And that's how he got confident that yes, we can do in that way also. But he delivered quality, where Kreedo helped a lot. So what it means, delivering quality early education, people comes to the preschool not just for the play sake. People comes to the preschool, it is not a play center. It should deliver good learning. That's how the school stands for. Otherwise, any shopping mall or any park would have been a best preschool area, but it is not, right? So we need to deliver why preschool stands for. Now, I think these are all the things which is clear, which has given some ideas. Now, this is another little critical to understand. Do the class of the people stays in that area matters? Now, running a high class preschool into a lower middle class area, yes, is a problem. Running a lower middle class school into a high class area is also a problem. So you need to think what kind of people are there into my area, and you run that kind of preschool into that particular area, it works so well. Sometimes the question comes that when it is a mixed, let's say within 3 kilometer radius, I find people who are little upper middle class as well as the lower middle class, both are into that. Now you need to look for that, okay, where is the gap? Is someone is not targeting the kind of class of people stays into this area? Well and good, then you can target that class. Or else, again, you start and find out that, okay, what kind of people are charging competitive and deliver the quality, you will run the preschool. Will my preschool be profitable into those kind of areas, class? Will people will be able to pay the fees? Let's say into a lower middle class areas, a lot of people think, no, I think, should I open for this kind of people? Let me tell you, in India, the lower middle class people also spends maximum portion of their money in the education of their children. So please understand, there is a huge, huge scope into the lower middle class and maximum into the middle class and a bit of upper middle class areas. So the scope is huge into this segment. The 70 to 80% of the crowd is into this type of. So you can very well run a preschool into a middle class or a lower middle class or a combination of middle and upper middle class areas. Absolutely fine, no problem. Definitely cream class is bit less into number of population. Yes, we have some schools, but our maximum school stands and they gain a lot of admissions if you target the right class where your school stands for. And rent will be a big deciding factor here, because you would be finding the socio-economic condition of that area and the rent matches. So our people would be helping you. There is a thumb rule when you're deciding fees, because deciding fees makes a lot of difference when you are thinking about the kind of class of people stays into that area. Always the kind of rent you get decides the kind of people, decides the kind of premises you have, decides the kind of crowd you have into that area. There is a thumb rule that 15 to 20% of the appreciation or the depreciation value of the rent should be your fee structure. Let's say I find, let's say I find a premises 35,000 or 40,000. Automatically, you would be knowing that, okay, your fee structure should vary from 35 to 45 to 50,000 rupees, depending on the kind of extra support or services, anything you are giving from the school. Depending on that, this is the range where you will be keeping your fee structure. So any area, it matters. Also, you have to look for that, okay, what kind of other schools and what they are charging. That will also help you a lot. Great. So this is something that, okay, I have given you that, okay, these are the areas you should definitely consider when you are looking for the premises, when you should look for the premises, what kind of premises, and what are the things you should keep in mind. Definitely, if you need more ideas, more things, definitely we'll be having a link shared with you. You can fix your meeting, one-to-one discussion. We can reach out to you and can give you more details on this. One-to-one discussion, depending on your area, your premises. How do we help you to decide on that? When you are thinking to get the premises, when you should take that possession, all this. Should I construct first? Should I take a rented? All this guidance, what I have given, we can give you based on your personal requirement of your area. So hope this session have given you a lot of means at least some idea that, okay, how do you decide? Let me go through. Now, this is something, why am I giving? This will give you confidence that, okay, yes, we have empowered more than 3,500 schools, 350 small and big towns, all across India. We have in the extreme rural corner schools running extremely successful, as well as into the metro areas also. So that's how this statement is just to give you that confidence that, okay, yes, we have the know-how, we know it. How do you decide and can make your school, dream school, successful? So let me take some questions, answer whatever. I think how much area is needed. Somebody have just put, I have given that details, hopefully. So somebody have written that, okay, 830 square feet into a residential area. I would say yes, if it is a 2 BHK, there is a thumb rule into this business again. Now, if you have 830 square feet, now you need to know that, okay, how many, you cannot make it so crowded so that people feels he has just made it crowded. So how many students in 830 square feet? Just this calculation, if you understand, any kind of area, you can decide how many students I can accommodate. 20% of the area you would be thinking as a non-working space. So if it is 830, as my friend have posted that, normally near about 160, let's say 150 square feet you take out. 650 square feet you have, divided by 15 square feet movement space. So near about 35 children you can easily accommodate into that premises. When you reach to 25, 30, that is the time to think, I need to look for a bigger premises. That I think I don't have to tell you. When you are already gaining business from that premises and people are liking you, I don't think I have to tell you to look for another premises. You will definitely. So hopefully, Maithili madam, your answer has been given. You have understood. So what budget should be, somebody have told. So any kind of, if you are only talking about the rent, even we have people 20,000 rent or a 30,000 or 40,000 or 80,000 rent, everywhere your profitability comes. But I would be saying, if you really want to calculate your budget in terms of which kind of area, what is the exact rent and all, you can definitely get in touch with us after the session. We can calculate a good ROI, return on investment calculation, where we can give you all the light on all these areas. And when do you reach your break even, we can give up almost proper calculation. So Neeta madam, I think your question is that, okay, I have a 2 BHK flat, first floor, right above the parking space. Do I need to break the walls or distract? Nothing you actually require. First of all, please don't go for any distraction or like a breaking of walls and all. Might be we can do the layout after seeing your premises. Definitely share with your person where you are communicating. We can give you ideas that, okay, maybe without breaking, without doing anything, we can do the layout in such a way that your preschool looks awesome into that premises also. That idea can be given when you share the video or the photograph with us. Our expert team can help you out with that also. So I'm interested in starting a preschool. Somebody's telling in Latur, Maharashtra. Absolutely. I'm very happy to hear that. And Maharashtra is of our means area where each and every nook and corner of Maharashtra, we have preschools. Even the small town like Sangli or like a means Jaisingpur or like very small town like Paratwara or like Ralegaon, we have schools as well as we have schools in Pune, Mumbai and all, Nagpur, all areas. So absolutely you can, there is a huge scope into this kind of tier 2, 3 cities, huge scope. You can come up with a school. Latur, as I know that it is one of the good education hub in Maharashtra. So bit difficulty into the water problem and something is there, but this is one of the wonderful place in terms of education. You can definitely start, get in touch. Our team will help you. What are the steps you need to take to make sure your dream preschool starts into Latur? There are actually a lot, I think, similar line questions. How Kreedo is different from the other brands? Absolutely, we would like to share with you how. The first thing is the learning outcome, the kind of learning outcome which our children easily do a addition and multiplication just by playing in LKG. They do a sentence reading. One of our school have shared a video. They told only with one video they got 5 admissions because in their society they have posted that video in their group. A child is learning a 5-line paragraph in LKG. So I'm just telling that is the biggest differentiator. The environment, what we create, our children even know how many planets are there into the solar system, which kind of education system ensures this kind of learning. So these are some of the big differentiator. The environment itself triggers so different from all other schools. So yes, we have a lot of differences. Even your profitability start coming as we are not a royalty or a franchisee fees maker. Your profitability also start coming only with 30 to 35 within 6 months to 1 year time. You get your break even. Which brand in this country gives that? Right? So with quality and you can make it profitable quite fast. That's why our people start opening their second, third branches within the 1 year or 2 years of operation. Hopefully, yes, these are, is 1200 square feet is good enough to start again on the same line? Absolutely. Just you need to know that, okay, how many students I can accommodate. Once we are reaching near to that, start searching for the bigger premises and move there. One of the example is there who started with 1200 square feet. Now, after 8 years, that person is having 3 schools with quite big premises, as well as 1 primary school he has opened within the 8 years time. So you can confidently start, your journey can start here, but will not end here. You would be getting a lot of inputs and can make it a much bigger preschool in the future. And that time you will be already having your earning into your hand. right? To gain the confidence. So hopefully, these all the portion have helped you to understand. And again, I'm telling, if your questions or some questions are unanswered, I would like to have a one-to-one session. Please book your session with us. We would get back to you and give you more inputs only on the premises. This is a small areas of opening the preschool, but yes, helpful, very important part when anybody is thinking of deciding to open the preschool at the beginning, right? So great. All people, thank you for participating into the webinar. And I would like to come up with this kind of small topics and giving all light and all clarity on those part in the future. So all my friends, thank you for being patient enough. And I can see all the people holding their patience till the last. I'm very happy for that. Hope this webinar has given some understanding about the location, when to decide, how to decide, where to decide. Thank you all. So I would just log off before taking any other, and any questions is unanswered, we will come back to you. Sure. Thank you all.